Hello and welcome to Boosting You, the ultimate wellness platform. I'm Dr. Sue Peacock.
And I'm Shirley McLean. And today we're going to focus on an important but sometimes overlooked topic, which is men's health.
I'm really glad we're shining a light on that because that's really important, isn't it? Men's health, both physical health, mental health, often doesn't really get talked about enough, does it? And
Mm.
there's lots of cultural barriers, isn't there, about to men seeking help because it's a long established thing that hopefully is improving, isn't it? That there's been this expectation for men to kind of just tough it out or be strong. But that's really damaging. And it's about time that, we normalise the idea that asking for help is a strength, not a weakness.
Definitely, and when we talk about men's health, we're talking about a whole range of things like heart health, mental health, cancer screenings, stress management, emotional well-being. It's all connected.
Exactly, yeah. And early prevention and regular checkups do save lives. And too often, men delay going to the doctor or ignore the warning signs, thinking, oh, it'll just go, it'll be fine.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that delay can mean problems get worse before they're treated. Awareness campaigns like Movember have done a great job, haven't they, highlighting this, but we still have work to do.
Oh, we absolutely do, yes. And part of that work, I think, is opening up those conversations, isn't it? And it's okay for men to talk about their physical health, their feelings, their worries, without fear of judgment.
Absolutely. It's creating safe spaces, isn't it, for those conversations, whether with family, friends, or professionals. It's just so important.
Yeah, yeah, and let's not forget about sort of stress and mental health and those things because many men, some of them come to my clinic, for example, feel that pressure to handle everything without showing vulnerability, but bottling things up, we know leads to burnout, anxiety, depression, and sometimes even physical illness.
Exactly. We need to promote a more balanced view of masculinity, one that includes that emotional awareness, that self-care and connection as well.
Yeah, yeah, I think self-care is absolutely critical, isn't it? Things like, as we said, getting enough sleep, eating well, exercising, having those supportive friendships, because all of those factors make a massive difference.
They really do. And sometimes it's about starting small. Maybe it's, booking that overdue checkup or reaching out to a friend you haven't spoken to for a while, or even just taking a proper lunch break.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Little steps, as we've said, lead to big changes, don't they? I like to say, role models can be quite powerful as well, can't they? When men see other men talking openly about health, both physical health, both emotional health, it kind of gives them permission to do the same.
Absolutely. Whether it's celebrities or community leaders or just, mate down the pub, every voice matters.
Yeah, it does absolutely. So, if you're supporting a man in your life, remember to approach those conversations with care and patience. Sometimes just letting someone know that you're there for them, without pressure, can open the door to these conversations.
Yeah, it's about creating opportunities for connection rather than forcing it, a walk, a coffee, a shared activity can make, talking just feel a bit more natural, can't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's important, it's as we said with pretty much, throughout our sessions, whatever it is, it's never too late to start, is it? With whatever age you are, whatever your current health situation is, there's always something that we can do to improve our well-being.
And that's such an important point. Change is always possible. And taking even one small action for your health is an investment in your future.
Exactly. Yeah. So today, as we've focused on men's health, we encourage everyone to start listening, men and those who care for them, to start those conversations, to perhaps book those checkups, to make self-care a priority.
Yeah, and to remember, strength is not about doing it all alone. Real strength is knowing when to reach out, when to rest, and when to ask for help.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's to a future then where every man feels empowered to care for his health, mind and body. So it's bye from me.
Your health matters, you matter, and it's bye from me.